So here's how I guarantee myself to get work done. And to show that I do get work done, here's my 70-hour work week. And I was waking up at 3:30 a.m. for weeks and weeks. And 40-hour work week where I would wake up and just study for school. 60-hour work week where I would wake up, do YouTube, learn about YouTube. And go on and so on and so on. I could demonstrate more examples. You get the point. And I strongly believe that when it came to doing the hard work, there's just one thing that really helped me and absolutely transformed the amount of work I do. And it took me from this 20-hour work week to this 60-hour work week consistently. So it's when you wake up and get to work on your hardest task of the day right away. No morning routines, no breakfast, because I would literally have my morning routine for 2 hours. It doesn't work like that. Just get up and get to work. It's also called eat the frog. So the concept is, if you absolutely had to eat the frog or your whole family dies, would you do it? Probably yes. So now to ease your misery, you can also have a tasty lunch. The question is, would you have a lunch before or after you ate the frog? The answer to this question, you should do this yourself, genuinely ask this, what would you eat first? And once you've chosen the answer, the logic is the same as in the concept of delayed gratification. If you eat the lunch now as an instant gratification, the frog will taste much worse because you will have this ugly frog after a beautiful meal, right? If you eat the frog as a delayed gratification, then you have a tasty lunch, which is awesome because it was even easier to eat the frog because you knew, yeah, I have a beautiful lunch after that, so you know I can use this as my source of motivation and stuff. That's the magic of eating the frog, because you did the same two things in both choices, but in my choice it was way easier to do both things, and especially to do the hard thing and the important thing, because lunch wasn't really important, the frog was. So here's the magic trick. It all applies to anything in life and to your work in life as well. So now, how this helps me to get work done with almost 100% chance is that after I wake up, I eat the frog right away, which is my hardest, ugliest task, and usually it is the most important one. Script the videos, record the videos, make my product, make a sales page for my product, read some 5 hours of books, right? And because I haven't eaten anything tasty yet, like YouTube videos or food, I just get to the most important work and I just complete it. No procrastination, no fear, it's just easy. Because you have the most amount of energy in the morning, there's a lot of science, there's flow proneness, there is, a moment of not being distracted. I literally wake up at 5 a.m. So I've been scripting videos for 1.5 hours now, even though I got 5 hours of sleep today, because I woke up at 5 a.m. and basically fall asleep at 12 p.m. So even though I was in an awful mood to script videos, even though I didn't want to script them, I just woke up, brushed my teeth, and got to work. And before I even got to work, I was wake up and I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to do this, and this and that, what if I do this? And I just got to fucking work. And after 5-10 minutes, I fucking crushed it. And I've been doing this technique for weeks and weeks and weeks. And every time, regardless of my mood or energy or anything else, I just wake up and get to work. And 90% of the times it works. Even more so, you can increase or decrease your chance if you do the right or wrong things. So that's the hard part covered. The mindset, why you should wake up and smash the frog. The hardest task, right? Now, how do you actually make sure you eat the frog successfully? Our family isn't at stake here, so there isn't that much of a motivation, you know? Nothing crazy will happen if we skip just one day, right? But we know that's not true, so there are so many things that can go wrong. But in reality, the most important thing I found when it comes to actually eating the frog in the morning, doing the hardest task, and guarantee yourself that you get your work done, is that you can still procrastinate. Even though it's a way easier to do the hard task in the morning, you are still prone to procrastination, just like in any other time of the day. It's just that hours during our day are not equal. In the morning, you get twice, 3, 4, 5 times more benefits and ability to do the hard work. So here's all you need to know in order to beat procrastination, because that was one of the most annoying thing ever for me. I would just wake up at 5 a.m. and I just wouldn't do work. I would call myself out of it. So first thing you need to know that it's a fear response. You are afraid of this big scary task. That's all there is, really. There is some kind of reason you fear doing the thing. Procrastination and not doing the thing is always about emotions. And you need to either bypass this emotion or you need to eliminate it. And I will show you both methods. So pro tip is that meditation makes it much easier to recognize your fear response, which gives you the benefits of recognizing when you need to slow down, recognizing when you actually need to either bypass or eliminate this. So the more I meditated, just my observation, the more I actually was able to find myself in the situations where I was like, oh yeah, I fear doing this big task. What can I do about it? And it really massively helps. So the first way is to bypass it. The second thing you need to know, by showing your brain that it's actually easy to do, because every task is easy, even building a rocket, even, going to Mars, if you just simplify it enough. It's just, hitting the right letters on your keyboard in the right directions that make people from 0 to 10k months to 100k months to 1 million to 100 million a month, right? So if you just simplify it enough, break the big task into smaller pieces. If you simplify your tasks, then it's easy. If you aren't, because you just aren't afraid of it anymore, it just seems much more manageable. So here's my example of it. For the past year, I was procrastinating a lot on making YouTube videos, right? But I don't struggle now. And here's what I did in my head. I was like, make a video. Oh, bro, that's hard. Script a video. Still kind of hard, right? Script a few slides. Okay, I can do that. Then I decided to break it down even more after a few months of doing this. Open up slides, read the title, think of some ideas. And that's easy to do, and that's literally what I did now. And what I did before. Because I didn't want to sit down and record this video. I know I took a break after scripting, and I was like, I don't really want to do this. But I just broke this down. Okay, I just need to open up this page of my slides. I just need to read through the slides. I just need to open my, OBS, a program for recording. Here I am, recording in a flow, feeling amazing. So that's what I did, literally today, and what I did yesterday, and the day before yesterday. So for the guys who push themselves and challenge themselves, you'll always experience the tendency to procrastinate. So you will have to go through this framework of breaking down the task and doing it and getting over this procrastination over and over and over again, hundreds of times. Hamza, like another high performers, probably did this millions of times already. The good news are, it won't last forever. Tackling procrastination is a skill. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. It also evaporates, which is very good news. After 5 or 10 minutes of working on the task, you just get into the flow. Your brain understands, oh, it's not that bad, so I can just do it. It's just like a muscle. You become stronger over time. Muscle flex. So I also think it's important to get the root of procrastination. Procrastination is a defensive mechanism, and it's an indicator that something is wrong. So the fourth and last thing you need to know is that you should address the fear when possible. If you can actually speak to yourself about the fear you have, you might just find the reason why you procrastinate. Because if you never address your emotions, they will always come back again, because you didn't actually resolve the outcome. You were trying to resolve the outcome instead of the input you were doing wrong way, which actually led to this horrible outcome. So ask yourself next time when you procrastinate on doing something, why am I afraid of doing this task? Answer this question and then ask again, why am I X? So why was I afraid of making YouTube videos? Well, because it's hard. Well, why is it hard? And why is it hard for me? Why don't I don't want to do this? Well, I fear it's not gonna be good. I know it's not gonna get a lot of views. I know I will need to do this again and again and again and not see any results. So I don't have any positive reinforcement. I was like, okay, do I need positive reinforcement to continue? I was like, I can look at my goals. I can, visualize myself getting the work done, I don't really need motivation. I already know why I'm doing this. I want to improve. I don't want to be average. I don't want to be mediocre. It's enough. And I was like, oh, okay. Where did my procrastination went suddenly in like 3 minutes of debating this in my head? It's just gone. So it's context dependent, but it's incredibly powerful when you actually can do this. Now, a bit of a disclaimer, you gotta have some level of self-awareness. If you came out, you know, from shorts, from TikTok, from just being a complete degenerate playing video games, okay, fine. It may not really apply to you, but for most of the people, especially if you already have this attention span to watch this video this far, you can do this. So actionable step for you is to make commitment to yourself. From now on, I will wake up and get to work on my hardest task as soon as possible. And you also know the great framework of how to actually increase your percentage of doing the hard work. So it's not all. When you eat your frog, don't forget that procrastination is just a fear response. You can bypass it by simplifying your work and task, or eliminating it altogether by asking yourself, why do I fear this task? I forgot, but that's all. If you like my advice already, you can get much more with my one-on-one high-performance coaching, where you get my full in-person support and a course with all the knowledge you need to get to your highest levels of productivity as soon as possible. If you're interested, click the top link in the description right now. Improve.